My mother, Kit, was beautiful and smart and funny and a loving mom and wife and friend and sister. And my mother left this world kicking and screaming. She was 37 years old and was sick with breast cancer for 2 years. And not until I became a mom did I actually understand the magnitude of that, of having to say goodbye to your children and to your husband.
My mom passed away when I was 3 years old, and she was 44 years old, and she had a heart attack.
I think the news of losing my mom definitely came as a shock to all of us because it was such a quick loss and such a sudden loss.
So I started empowerHER 7 years ago and said, you know, not much has changed for girls like me. I was 9 when my mother died of breast cancer, and I was desperate to meet someone who could relate to my loss.
I'm Marissa.
Virginia.
I'm Lena.
My name is Muriel.
I think at the end of the day, I really hadn't met anyone who really knew what I was feeling. I think a lot of people tried to connect with me and tried to relate to my loss, but you really can't understand it unless you've been through it. And I definitely ended up learning that more once I became involved in empowerHER.
If I met a young girl who had recently lost her mom, I would tell her to be open to connecting with other people. Because I think when you lose a parent really young, it kind of hinders and alters every future relationship that you will have.
empowerHER is special.
Actually, meeting girls that had experienced the same loss I had was new to me, but I felt some sort of weight lifted off my shoulders knowing there was other girls like me.
I had gone the majority of my life, like 13, 12 years, without meeting another girl who had experienced the same loss as I did.
When empowerHER started, it really hit a nerve in the community. I didn't know it at the time, but we are the only ones really serving girls in a non-therapeutic, community-based, volunteer-driven way. It was events that were, you know, not led by a therapist. They were not your typical support group. They were simply meant to bring girls together so they could look around the room and realize they're not alone in their grief.
empowerHER has helped me absolutely immensely to find light.
I have had my dark times, and I know I can count on anyone. And even if it's just a phone call or a text message, someone knows how to help me get back into smiling.
How I honor my mom is, well, tomorrow is actually going to be her birthday. So we usually go to New York and celebrate there because that was one of her favorite places to be. But this year is a little bit different, as we all know. This year we are going to plant tulips in my backyard, one of her favorite flowers.
I tried on her wedding ring for the first time the other day because my dad took it out. And it was so cute because it just fit the tip of my pinky because it was so small.
Oh, the word. Okay.
One small donation can absolutely go a long way. And the little surprises that empowerHER gives us, understanding that there's an event to look forward to, or that you get this gift card to go back to school shopping that's available because of our donations.
So one of the role models from empowerHER is Lindsay, and the reason I look up to her is because she's a strong person, she's very funny, she's very supporting.
In the early years at empowerHER, it was this message that if you trust me with your money, this is what I'll do with it.